Hello, grade 5. How are you? I really miss you so much. Welcome to Al Hussein International School online sessions. Today we are going to complete our lesson, What is Matter? Okay. But before we start, I just want to say my objectives for today. By the end of this session, you will be able to define reflectivity, compare between thermal conductor and thermal insulator, differentiate between electric conductor and electric insulator. Okay, so now let's watch this video together. Okay.
Jeff's family is having a nice time at the park. It is indeed a good day to have a picnic. His dad brings a grill and starts to barbecue chicken on the grill. Jeff runs to his dad to see if the barbecues are already done. He holds a metal skewer but immediately lets go because it is too hot. His dad uses oven gloves to hold the metal skewers without feeling the heat and shows Jeff the barbecues. The metal skewers are examples of materials that allow heat to flow. These materials are called heat conductors. Metals are good conductors of heat. The oven gloves do not allow heat flow to take place. These materials are called heat insulators. The non-metallic oven gloves are good heat insulators. Heat conductors are important in our daily lives. Cooking pans are made of metal to conduct heat easily and help cook the food faster. The base of the iron is made of metal so that clothes can be ironed quickly. The mercury inside the thermometer expands and contracts rapidly with slight changes in temperature. Heat insulators also play important roles in our daily lives. The walls of an icebox are made of polystyrene to maintain the coolness inside the box and prevent heat from entering the box. The handles of cooking utensils are made of wood or plastic so that they will not get too hot, allowing us to hold the utensils without getting burned. Woolen clothes and blankets trap a layer of air. The wool and air prevent heat loss from our body, thus keeping our body warm.
So here we are going to complete our physical properties. Excellent, you got it. Now, a new physical property that we are going to talk about is called the thermal conductivity. What's meant by the thermal conductivity? Before we know what's meant by thermal conductivity, look at these two pictures. The first one, there is a hand holding a can, okay? A can. It's hot, okay? I'm telling you that the can is hot, okay? So, why does the man feel that the can is hot? Why do you think the man feels that the can is hot? It's because the can is made of metal, the material that can conduct heat or transfer heat. So the heat from the inside of the can is transferred from the inside to the hand of the man or the person holding it. How? Through the material of the can, okay? It's made up of metal, which can be iron, copper, whatever. So it's called a thermal conductor. So the can is made up of a metal that transfer heat, which is called the thermal conductor. Okay, now look at the other side. Why do you think that the man holding the cup, okay, doesn't feel its hotness? Although it's hot, maybe it's tea, it's hot tea. Why he doesn't feel it? You think why? Excellent, you got it. The cup is made up of plastic, okay, or any other material that does not allow the heat to move or transfer from the inside to the outside. Okay, so the heat is trapped inside and doesn't go to the hand of the person holding it. That's because of the material of the cup. Okay, so the cup is made up of plastic that does not transfer heat, which is called a thermal insulator. Got it? You got it now? Okay, so look at the pot. Do it by yourself now, okay? You think that the pot is made up of the same material that the handles are made from? Try to think. You think that the pot is made up of a material with the same of the handles? Of course not. The material of the pot itself allows the heat transfer from the outside to the inside, because when we are cooking, we need heat to come in to the food to do what? To cook the food, right? So what will happen if we made it from a material that does not transfer heat? The cook will not be the food will not be cooked, right? It's because there is no heat reaching it. Okay, so the material of the pot must be a thermal conductor or insulator. Excellent, it's a thermal conductor. Okay, so here the pot itself is made up from iron or steel that is a thermal conductor, okay, to help cook food fast. So why we are making the pots or the cooking pots from iron or steel? You think why? Give reason. Why? Why do you think that we make the pots of the cooking from iron or steel? Excellent. Because we need to cook food fast, and the iron and steel are thermal conductors. Okay, you got now what's meant by thermal conductor? Okay, look now at the handles of the pot. You're holding it, you're taking it between your hands. Do you want it to be hot or not? Do you want it to be the same material of the pot to transfer heat? Of course not. You won't be hurt. You won't be burned. You don't want to be burned, right? So it's a material that does not allow the transfer of heat. Look here, so the handles of the pot are made up from wood or plastic that are what? Thermal conductor or thermal insulator? Excellent, perfect. Thermal insulator to prevent our hands from being burned, right? So thermal conductivity. What is meant by a thermal conductivity? It's the measure of the ability of a material to transfer heat. So we are saying that it has a thermal conductivity. So it's how it allows it to pass heat or transfer heat. There are two parts or two types. Thermal conductors, types of materials I mean. Thermal conductor either transfer or not, right? It transfer, so it's called what? Thermal conductor. But if it's not transferring, it's called thermal insulator. Excellent. Okay. A thermal conductor, this is the definition. You must memorize it well, definitions, because they're so important, okay? So a thermal conductor is a material that lets heat pass through it, while the thermal insulator are materials that does not allow the heat to transfer through it. Okay? Okay. What are the examples of the thermal conductors? We have three different examples. We have copper, silver, and iron. Again, the thermal conductor with the C. Okay. So the example starting with the C also. Copper, copper, conductor, copper, conductor. So the thermal conductors such as copper, silver and iron. Okay. Now, we're talking about the thermal insulators. Huh? Can you give me the examples of the thermal insulators without looking? Okay. The thermal insulators are plastic, wood, and rubber. Okay. That's why we make the handles of the pot, the gloves, the cooking glove, the kitchen gloves that your mom used to hold the hot things. Okay. That's why they are made of thermal, conductor or insulator? Insulators. Perfect. Thank you so much. Now, what are examples for thermal conductors? Take your time. Try to think. What are examples for thermal conductors? Excellent. Copper, iron, and silver. You got it. Okay. Now, thermal insulators are. What are the thermal insulators? Definition. It's a definition, guys. I want you to write the definition of the thermal insulators. Explain. What are the thermal insulators? Perfect. Great job. Thermal insulators are material that does not allow heat to pass through it. Okay? Does not allow it to pass through it. Okay? Okay. What are the examples of the thermal insulators? Thermal insulators such as what? What and what and what? Perfect. Plastic, rubber, and wood. Okay? Now, another type of a physical property is called the reflectivity. What's meant by reflectivity? When a surface can reflect light rays, or just you can see yourself in it. Okay? Yani it is the ability to reflect rays of light or light rays. Okay? Just like a mirror. Why do you think you see your image in a mirror? Look at this picture here. The girl can see her image in the mirror. You think why? The surface of the mirror is what is smooth and shiny. All the surfaces that are smooth and shiny, they must be smooth and shiny, okay? S and S, smooth and shiny. They both must, okay, be smooth and shiny. They can reflect your image by the light rays falling on it. Okay, so what will happen? What's happening? Let's explain. The light rays comes and fall through or on the object. Okay, and then, for example, the light comes and falls on you. Okay, the light comes and falls on you, hit you, and then you reflect it to the mirror. Okay, and then the mirror will show up your image. Again, the mirror will reflect the light hitting it or putting on it. Okay? How? Can you tell me how? The mirror, the light will come and fall on the object, and then it will reflect to the mirror that will show up your image. So why the mirror can reflect our image? Because it's what and what? Smooth and shiny. Now, rough and dark objects can reflect images. Can a rough and dark object reflect your image? For example, if you're looking on a dark sweater, okay, or dark jacket, okay, can you see your image in this jacket? Of course not, okay, because it's not smooth and shiny. So you can see your image only, okay, in smooth and shiny surfaces, okay? Okay. Next question. Why do mirrors reflect our image? Why do you think mirrors reflect our image? We said why? Because they're what and what? Excellent. Because they are smooth and shiny surfaces that can reflect all the light reflecting or light hitting on it. Okay? Now, another physical property, okay, that we're going to talk about today is called the electrical conductivity. I can hear you, okay? I can hear you. What's the electrical conductivity? It's just like the thermal conductivity, but here we are talking about electricity, okay? So the ability or the measure of how electricity can pass or move through a substance or an object. If this object, if this substance, if this material can pass or allow passing the electricity, it's called, or it has an electric conductivity. طيب, there are two types of materials. Either it allows the passing of electricity or, yes, perfect, or not. Okay, طيب. If it's allowing the passing of the electricity, it's called electric conductor, just like the thermal conductor. It allows the passing, okay, while the electric insulator does not allow the electricity to pass through it, okay? So the electrical conductivity is the measure of how well electricity moves into a substance, okay? And this is also a definition, guys, okay? You just need to keep it well, memorize it well, okay? Now, electricity or electric conductors are material that allow electricity to pass through it easily, okay? That we just said it, that the electric conductors are what? They allow, yes, they allow, the conductors just always allow the passing of electricity through it, okay? Such as what? Same examples, okay? Copper and silver. Here are just two, copper and silver. The thermal conductors were what? Copper, silver, and iron. Perfect, thank you so much. Now, electric insulators. They are materials that does not allow electricity to pass through it. We said that the electric insulators are the material that they cannot allow the passing of electricity, such as what? Same examples, plastic and rubber, okay? Also wood is an example. So the same examples of the electric conductivity can be written in the thermal conductivity, okay? Easy? Now, look at this picture. Here you have a material, this is called copper, okay? This material is called copper. Why do you think this material is different than this one? This is a rubber, okay? Here, a copper, which is this, and the rubber, which is here, the black, yellow, black, red. All of these are rubber, and these are copper. Why do you think they're different? Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. The copper, okay, is used in the electric wires to allow the passing of electricity, because we need the electricity to pass from, for example, from one part or one spot to another. Okay, so we use an electric conductor to allow the electricity to pass, such as what? The copper. Okay, right. Why we are putting a rounding or coating it or putting around all of it rubber? Why do you think? If you hit it or touch it, what will happen to you when you touch electricity? You're gonna be shocked for sure. You're gonna be shocked. So we put an insulator or an electric insulator around the copper to prevent you from being shocked. So rubber is used to cover or to coat the electric copper wires to prevent people from being shocked. You got it now? Excellent. Now, what are the materials that does not allow heat to pass through it easily? What are they called? What do we call them? Excellent. The thermal insulators. Okay. So can you give me some examples for the thermal insulators? Insulators. Huh. Excellent. Plastic, rubber, and wood. Okay. Now, what? Huh? This is the definition of something. The measure of the ability of a material to transfer heat. Hmm. Excellent. It's the thermal conductivity. Thank you so much. Now, what is the material that lets heat pass through it easily, such as copper, silver, and iron? It's called what? A thermal conductor. Thank you. Okay. Next question. Why are copper wires coated with rubber? We just said it. Yeah, try to think. Why the copper wires are coated with rubber? The rubber is what? Conductor or insulator? Insulator. Excellent. So we put it to prevent the people from being shocked. Okay, thank you. Okay. What is the ability to reflect rays of light or light rays? Can you tell me what the definition of this? Reflectivity. Thank you so much. Now, smooth and shiny surfaces reflect light much better than dark and rough surfaces. True or false? Do the smooth and shiny reflect light? Yes, perfect. True. Now, the electric conductivity is the definition. I need the definition of the electrical conductivity. What is the electrical conductivity? The electrical conductivity, it's the ability of a material to conduct or transfer electricity. Okay, now give examples for electric conductors. Now, what are the examples of electric conductors? Conductors. Copper, silver, and iron. Thank you so much. Okay, now your homework will be page 17 and 18 in your booklet. And we just finished our lesson. Okay, so next time we'll be having a new lesson, inshallah. Okay, but before you go, I just want you to watch this video. Thank you so much, guys. See you next time, inshallah. Bye.